Hi Woodshop friends, Cindy here, and today I'm coming to you with another video of some of the items I'm sending to Amazon FBA. As I've mentioned in the past, I'm pretty new to FBA, so I'm going to talk about some of the challenges and some of the things that I've been doing. This particular video is going to be on books, these books that I'm showing here. Did want to mention before we get started where I've been sourcing my books. The majority of the books that I have purchased have come from Goodwill, and they are for adult and young, preteen books. They're all $1. Children's books are 50 cents. I have also gone to Savers. Not too impressed with Savers just yet. I think their adult books are a little bit high. I think if they are under $7, they're $1.99. If they're over $7, they're $2.99. Not exactly sure on that cutoff. Children's books are 50 cents though, which is acceptable. We also have a local thrift store that I've been going to, and the hardback adult books are $1, and the paperbacks are 50 cents, and the children's are 50 cents. But what I have noticed about those books at the thrift store is I think they just get them and they put them out immediately on the shelf. As they are, they haven't been looked through. A lot of them are pretty worn and pretty torn up and really not worth selling. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started on each of the books that I got. So the first one is The Fred Factor, and it's in very, very good shape. I'm probably going to be listing it under used very good. No writing in the book at all. No highlighting in the margins. No tearing of the paper. Of the pages. Just in really good condition. But the interesting thing about that, when I scanned that in, initially when I scanned it in at the store, the sales rank on it was 95,000, but when I went to scan it in today, it was at 500,000. So just shows you how much that the books go up. There were 26 used FBA books and 147 books that are selling under used, which I think, in hindsight, I think 147 used books is very high. I probably would not have picked this book up if the sales ranking were the 500,000 that I'm seeing today. I probably would have just left it on the shelf, but because it was 95,000, I thought that was a good sales ranking. So I did go ahead and pick it up. And again, if I had realized it was going to go up that high in sales ranking, I probably wouldn't have picked it up. But I'm going to go ahead and list this out there in used very good. Another listing out there under FBA is for $6.47, so that's what I'll list that for. Next book I got, the Vest Book Guide to Business Writing. Kind of another one of those questionable books. This one was actually in the 3,600,000 range, and as you can see, it is in very, very good shape. No writing, no torn papers. The outside looks very good, and again, it was in the 3,600,000 range. Which is kind of high. And again, these are some of the first books that I picked up, and I was just learning. Again, in hindsight, I probably may or may not have picked this one up. There were only 3 FBA offers and 25 used offers. The FBA offers were starting at $6.94. I will probably list this for $6.95 in used good condition. Again, only 3 other FBA offers out there, so that might work in my favor, but I still think the 6,600,000 was a little bit of a higher ranking than I should have gone with. So the next book that I picked up was A Rogue Guide to Sweden. This book was in very good shape. Probably I will list it as used very good, but it had a pretty high sales ranking. And again, kind of just starting out and not really probably having a good grasp on sales rankings. When I scan this one in, I find out that it is in the 10 million range. So I'll probably go ahead and send it into FBA. There were no FBA offers on it. There were 24 used. So I think that could work in my favor, no FBA offers. And the low amount, I think 24 used is fairly low. Probably go ahead and list that out there for used good. Send it into FBA for I think I'm going to list it for $9.95. Again, just kind of seeing what the other used offers are for to kind of determine the price, the best price to list it. And I do think $9.99 or $9.95 is probably going to work for me. Again, the book is in pretty good shape. So the next book that I picked up, Trixie Belden, The Red Trailer Mystery. It's a preteen book in perfect condition, absolutely perfect condition. The spine looks fine, the front looks fine. No writing in the book whatsoever. Doesn't even look like it's been read. And I was pleasantly surprised when I checked the sales ranking on this book. It actually came up at 302,000. So I guess I'm going to have to check into this. I'm wondering if the preteen books are in a different category than children's books and adult books. I need to find out or do a little bit more research on sales rankings there. So the 302,000 I felt like worked in my favor. There were 10 FBA listings out there for starting at $11.93, and I feel like that was probably a little bit high on the FBA number of books out under FBA. But again, the low sales ranking helps out there. There were actually 83 used books, which, knowing what I know now, I may or may not have picked that book up. 85, 83 is an awfully lot of used books to have out there. So I'm going to go ahead and list this one out in FBA under used good. And I think I'll list it for about $12.25. And actually, I may even list it for used very good. It's in very good shape, so maybe I'll go a little bit higher on that price. So the next book that I picked up, let's get this one out of the way here. The next book, Essentials of English Grammar, the 3rd edition. I've heard people say they may not necessarily pick up 3rd editions of books, but I kind of feel like if it's a school book, it is McGraw-Hill. Absolutely no writing in it whatsoever. I believe there was no highlighting either. Oh, I take that back. There was a little bit of highlighting in this book, so I'll make sure to note that. So, yeah, let's scan this one in. This was another one that I was pleasantly surprised on the sales ranking. It was let me check this one again real quick here. Get that for you. If I'm not mistaken, the sales ranking on this one was pretty low. Second here. Yeah, so the sales ranking on this was 318K. There are 9 FBA offers and 78 in used. So we'll go ahead and list that one out there in used good. Again, the highlighting in there, I'll make sure to make note of that. And I'll list it out there for $6.95. So the next one, if you don't make waves, you'll drown. In pretty good shape again. No writing, no highlighting, the spine and the outside of the book, all of that is in very good shape. Oops, sorry about that. I'm kind of out of focus there. And there we go. This one had, oh, found something in there. I'll go ahead and throw that out. But yeah, as you can see, in very good shape for the most part. Pages, a couple of the pages have been turned down. Oh, let's get that back in focus there. So the sales ranking on this one was 1,200,000. There were 18 FBA offers on this and 65 used. So a couple strikes against me there. I probably, in hindsight, maybe would not have picked this book up. Kind of a high sales ranking. Books, I know you can go pretty high, but the fact that there are 18 FBA offers and 65 used does seem a little bit on the high side. So again, but I will list this one out for used good, probably for about $5.95. A lot of FBA offers here to look through, check and see. Try and usually go in the middle range. I've noticed there are some books that come in pretty low and some that are really high, and I try and price mine right in the middle to start with. Next book that we have is The First Days of School. Again, in very good shape. No writing, no highlighting. The outside of the book and the spine all are in pretty good shape, and I was pleasantly surprised at the sales ranking on this of 13K. But in addition to that, it did have 122 FBA offers and 592 used. So that's a little bit high on the FBA and on the used, and it's kind of one of those things. In hindsight, I probably would have put this one back on the shelf. I'm pretty sure I've left books on the shelf that I should have picked up, and I've probably picked up books that I should have put back. But again, it's kind of a learning process. So we'll see. In about 6 months, I plan on coming back with this video and giving updates on the books that have sold and which ones have not sold. But anyway, I think what we'll do is we'll list this one out for used good. And we will list it for $7.98. And we'll see what happens. And for the last book, I was a little bit disappointed with this book because I got it at Goodwill. It was 50 cents, and as you can see, and I didn't realize when I picked it up that a couple of the pages were torn. So a little bit disappointed by that. It doesn't really affect any of the wording. I'm kind of on the fence. I'm probably not going to end up sending this in. I'm probably just going to donate it back, but it's very illustrated, very cute. The words are big, and even on the back it shows the other books that are in the series. And this one is Tulip at Bat, and he plays for the Pets. Kind of a takeoff, I guess, on the New York Mets. And another thing about this book was it was in the 4 million range, so yeah, kind of on the high side. There were no FBA offers, which that's a good thing, and there were 26 used. So kind of unfortunate that the book is in the shape that it's in. But probably originally I was going to list it out there for used acceptable for $6.95, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and send this off to either to Goodwill, or I might send it to Savers. I know our Savers has a a deal where if you, for every bag you turn in, you get a punch up to 30% off. So I may go ahead and do that. Another quick note about Savers is they also have 30% off for seniors, and I am over 55, so I could qualify for that if I turn in books that I don't want. So anyway, thanks for watching the video, and if you like what you see, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Also, you can subscribe to my channel. If you don't like what you see, go ahead and send me an email and give me some feedback on what I can do to improve the videos. Thanks so much for watching, and have a good day.